watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting night of TNR Racing on the Ghostfire Media Network. Presented by the Guitar Addict. It's me, Randy Pepper, alongside my cohort, my partner in crime. As always, it's Nick Adams. And Nick, are you ready for some short track racing at the Rock?
Am I ready for short track racing? Of course I'm ready for short track racing. I love short track racing. Randy, look at this. We got Wyatt Brackett out there, right there in front of us. The Season 2 champion in the High Rock Vodka car. He's drifting around 1 and 2 in this hot asphalt here at the Rock. Folks, if you're just joining us, well, you are all just joining us. Welcome in, welcome, welcome. Tonight, directly into qualifying. Me and Randy Pepper, we're still working on some back-end things here, so we didn't have the big pre-race show as we normally do right into qualifying. Provisional pole goes to Jacob Denson. I don't expect to see Wyatt provisionally on the pole here. Of course not. He's 2 seconds off the pace after drifting around turn 1. But he got those rear tires heated up really well. Let's see what he does on the exit of 2 here. Season 2 champion. It's been 3 seasons since he was able to defend that championship. He was trying to defend it this season here in Season 5 of the TNR series. Out of turn 4. He's big loose into the grass. That'll invalidate the lap. Wyatt Brackett, he'll jump to 3rd. Matt Grenier, he's going to be provisionally on the pole. And hold on. I know why things don't look right. This is
Why
me.
is that?
Trading paints is broken. Some of these schemes may not be accurate as to where they should have been. Give it about 5 minutes here to everybody, and we'll be accurate. We're looking at Casey Sawtek, though, out of turn 4. He's going to go provisionally P7, 24.98. So I'm sorry, P4, 24.63. A new provisional pole, though, Dilling Hastings, 24.49. That beautiful number 7 Hellman's machine. Look at how loose they are out of turn 2. Randy Pepper down Thunder Alley. It's going to be really, really loose tonight on the exit of turn 2.
It's going to be loose, but it's also going to be tight as you come off of turn number 1. Car wants to drift up as you come off the turn, so we might see some guys get into the wall along the way off of turn 2.
The Washington Commanders, number 8, sitting currently in P4. William Tyndall from Fort Payne, Alabama. So many better teams he could have rooted for than the Washington Commanders, but that's his own choice.
Yeah, go Redskins.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Daniel Holdcroft through 3 and 4 here. The Alka-Seltzer machine. Working with Randy Pepper, I really do need an Alka-Seltzer and a Tums at the end of these things.
I will tell you, I went to the Hard Rock Casino, Seminole Hard Rock Casino in Tampa this past weekend, and donated some money to my fellow tribe members. So.
How's that boy Tom Brady doing for you down there? Looks real good this year.
Well, he's not the best year, but hey, it's still Tom Brady.
Hey, we won and we lost with him up here in New England, so we love him no matter what. Kip Easley, right. Provisionally 14th. Jason Hastings, he's going to be provisionally 19th and giving up on his second lap there. And Randy, the track is clear.
Yeah, Jesse Prize now is on the pole.
James Kunkel was trying to stop before he got that second lap started, wanted to restart his lap, was unable to. And Jesse Prees, provisionally, on the pole.
Yeah, good job for him so far in that 00 car.
For some reason, hold on. I shouldn't have done that. Pretty sure he's the 0. There you go.
There you go. The 0 car. The car that actually, the kind of resembles Garrett Smithley's car that he drove for a while in the Xfinity series. Probably going, who?
Who?
Garrett Smithley. Yeah. Garrett Smithley is a alumni of the Pit Road Pickers, by the way, that I play in. So,
Of course he is.
I'm serious, he is. He came up and sang a little some Turn the Page and a little old time rock and roll and a couple other songs like Sweet Home Alabama, some other stuff. He was a chorus singer in high school. Now he's a race car driver and a good iRacer driver. So, a lot of people probably remember him from iRacing. He's on here quite a bit.
For some reason, Dylan Hastings' number does not want to work.
The number 7, Brant Chevrolet.
Yeah, it does not want to work.
Well, welcome out, everybody. Good to have you once again here on the Ghostfire Media Network as Nick figures some things out. Eric Schaefer has just pulled into the 2nd position on the track, knocking off Dylan Hastings for that 2nd position. Now Dylan will follow in at 3rd with Matt Grenier on his outside. And qualifying should...
To do.
We got here just a little bit of time left.
Something to do with this. So, because of that, we're just going to get rid of
We're
it.
just having some fun here, folks. Just filling some things out. And qualifying up on the screen there for you.
Sorry, everybody. We're working through a couple of things in the background here. Just trying to get some stuff worked out.
Making sure everything looks good for everybody.
I want you guys to be able to read things.
Yeah. So a lot of guys went here late in qualifying. I'm surprised that some of these guys went as late as they did. Jesse Price still sitting on the pole right now. Eric Schaefer is sitting on his outside. Dana Shepard lining up 3rd. Dylan Hastings falls to 4th. Matt Grenier is now 5th. William Tyndale is 6th. And 7th is Jacob Denson. 8th, Zach Wilson. 9th, Joe Sanchez. And 10th, Charlie Harcum sits at 10th right now.
Okay.
At 28.
There we go. There we go.
All good now?
We're
all
good now. We are good
Oh,
now.
good.
Folks, we have a few guys going out there. Points leader, Ray Rogers, coming out, going around turn 2 right now. Sorry, turn 4. Across the start-finish line for his end of his first lap. Rogers going to be provisionally 21st, 24.89. Coming through this time into 3 and 4. We'll take a look at that number 51 Toyota Camry. Oh, that's a Supra. I'm sorry. I almost called it a Tundra. Across
Would
the
not
start-finish
surprise me
line,
one
Rogers
bit.
to 11th in that beautiful Toyota Supra.
Got
Folks,
his first win last week.
Yeah, he did. While we talk about that, let's talk about points. It's a work in progress with the points, folks. There's some numbers we don't have currently. I'm working on getting every single one of these numbers updated. But here are your current point standings after one race. Ray Rogers, as Randy Pepper likes to call him, Roy Rogers, at
brother.
home in the lead for Hammer Down Motorsports with 63 points. Zach Wilson in second with 55. Matt Grenier in third with 42. Wyatt Brackett in fourth with 41. And Brandon Burt in fifth with 35 points. A pretty healthy lead there for Ray Rogers. Let's take a look at the team standings, Randy Pepper. Georgia Peach Racing leading with 34 points. B&H Racing in second with 25. Primetime Racing in third with 24. Team 207 in fourth with 23. And Voodoo Motorsports in fifth with 22. Just an official announcement, like these points, the official points they have like decimal points in them. Just the program we use to bring you this great action doesn't like decimal points. So there's no decimal points in here. So these are either rounded up or rounded down based on if they're a 0.5 or above. But these are all accurate.
That's all that matters. As long as they're accurate. As long as we know where they're actually
So
at.
that's, Randy, we officially have team standings. Can you believe that? I gave us team standings. Me.
Time runs out there too, by the way.
Time did run out on qualifying, so let's take a look at your qualifying results as these guys get ready to grid. Why didn't I show you this? I should have showed you the beautiful grid we have. The beautiful grid. Why does the grid look different? Why does the grid look
Looks
different?
good. Well, I thought it looked fine to us.
There it is. In the poll, going to be the number one car, Jesse Prize. In second, going to be Eric Schaefer. Third, Dana Shepard. Fourth, going to be Dylan Hastings. Fifth, Matt Grenier. Sixth, William Tyndall. Seventh, Jacob Denson. Eighth, Zach Wilson. Ninth, Brandon Banks. 10th, Joe Sanchez. 11th, Charlie Harcum. 12th, Ray Rogers. Back in 13th, going to be Kevin Delia. 14th, going to be Wyatt Brackett. 15th in row 8, going to be Casey Soch and Richard Swaverly. In row 9, going to be Scott Felt and Tony Kivett. In row 10, Cody Kinsey and Ken MacArthur. Row 11, going to be Kip Easley and Dusty Applin. Row 13, going to be Daniel Holdcroft and 12, Daniel Holdcroft and Ryan Wilson. Row 13 going to be Jeremy Banner and Austin Harger. Row 14, Robert Rowe and Brad Fulham. Row 15, Jason Hastings and Stephen Ayers round out your top 30. Row 16 going to be Brandon Burt and Jeremy Gibbs. Back in row 17 and rounding out the field, James Kunkel. Coming up in 34th going to be David Brackett.
Okay, that'll do it. And those are your starting lineup tonight, presented by
30 seconds, Randy.
McAdams. All right, so that is our starting lineup for tonight here at the Rock. A really fun little track for everybody. It's a high bank, but very fast, short track. We're going to see a lot of action tonight. Hopefully, we won't see too much calamity. Like I was talking about earlier, the wall will come up very fast as you come off of turn number 2. You get in the middle, and if you catch an apron down below, it even gets even worse. So hopefully we won't see any calamity, at least not too much. I believe we will see some tonight. Let's just hope not too much. As the field makes her way off of turn number 2, Prize down on the inside, Schaefer on his outside. Row 2, Shepard and Hastings make up that. Row 3 is Grenier and Tyndall. So those will be your top 6 there that we have to keep an eye on early on, because we know that's where the action is going to start. And then as the race progresses on, we're probably going to see a lot of changes as the track gets hotter and gets grooved in, as they say. Glad you're out here watching us tonight on the Ghost Fire Media Network. And we're going to have a lot of fun tonight as the field makes their first pace lap. Drivers talking within each other, I'm sure on the radios, making sure everybody knows where they're at. Spotters are giving their drivers their final fast remarks.
Okay. Randy. Sorry, I ran down the stairs. Woo!
Man, that must have been hard going down there off the stairs and going down all the way down.
All right, 200 laps here tonight at the beautiful Rockingham Speedway. 7 sets of tires, 3 stages. Lap 45 is the end of stage 1. Lap 90, the end of stage 2. And then 110 lap shootout. 65 degrees with 53% humidity. 14 mile an hour from the northeast winds, Randy Pepper. Today's a balmy one here in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready as we exit 4 to begin race number 2 of the 2022 Winter Series here on the TNR Series on Ghostfire Media. We got Wreckers and Chalby. Wreckers already here in the back.
Oh, my goodness.
The 51, the championship leader in the wall, and the caution is out.
Ray, what you doing, man?
We had tires spinning on the start, and that is what caused the issues. We'll take a look here. Are we still green? No, we're under
We
caution.
are not. No, we're yellow.
All right, let's see if I can show you exactly what happened here. Well, that's a little bit too far forward. Hold on.
Yeah, a little too far forward. A little farther back.
All right. Green flag waves, and it starts back here in the middle of the pack. Some tires spun by the 8 on the outside lane. It stacked up the field. The 51 got bumped in the rear, turned across the inside lane into the inside retaining wall. Folks, last week we did tell you they have one fast repair at super speedways. They do not have that here at Rockingham. So this is going to be a pretty damaging situation here. We'll take a look at Ray Rogers. You see him? He was getting ready. Ray Rogers was getting ready here for the green flag on the exit of 4. They go green, and in front they just don't go. He has to get off the throttles, checks up, and then boom, ran right over in the back. That's actually more severe damage than I thought there might be on that number 51
me too.
machine.
I'm actually shocked at that.
Let's take a look here and see who else got involved in this. I believe the 47 got involved in this as well.
That front clip is definitely going to be turned in.
Okay. Hold on. It didn't like me. Here, we'll watch it from the starters cam. Watch the calamity as they come through. Just look at that up front. Just look at that calamity. That blocked a lot of the track, too, on the entry to 1.
Yeah.
It's a very shocking situation there. I mean, it happens. Happens to everybody. TNR series, you know, these guys are professionals. They're real racers, but, you know, stuff happens. Things happen. Mistakes are made.
Yeah.
Tires are very easy to spin at Rockingham, too.
And it's not a track that everybody races all the time. So it is a little unfamiliar to some of these guys. So things are going to happen for sure. I mean, it's not like Daytona or Talladega, Charlotte, Atlanta, one of those tracks that everybody races all the time. The Rock is just...
The Rock is a niche.
Yes, exactly.
The Rock is definitely by far one of those tracks I'd call a niche. If you don't race here all the time, you don't really know how to run this track. And this track can bite you quickly. Randy, here's something we don't really talk about in a lot of our leagues, but it's the parity of manufacturers, right? The top 10 is all American, all Chevys and Fords. There's a Toyota in 12th. There's a Toyota in 19th, 28th, 29th, and 30th, and that's it. There's only 5 Toyotas in this field, Randy Pepper.
Wow.
The parity that we don't talk about manufacturers that I think we should focus a little bit more on is real here in the TNR series. But here we go. Out of turn 4. We're going back green flag racing as Jesse Prize brings them through the Geico restart zone. And we get away this time off into 1 and 2. But they are single file behind him back to about 6th, 7th position. And that's where the battles begin.
Yes, Jesse Prize leading the field, but the battle behind him is a good one. We got several cars just battling it out back there behind him. Side by side, you see the number 10 out on the outside trying to make their moves around the number 7, I believe, or 17, excuse me. That's a hard number to see on that car. I hate to tell you, folks. That's a hard one to read.
You talking about the number 5, the number is the 27 right behind him.
Is that what it is? 27.
That is the 27. It is a red, white, and blue 27. It's a beautiful machine. It's very hard to read on the signs. On the roof, it's really good for the fans here at the track. But here as a broadcaster, my goodness gracious. I love the American flag, but I cannot read that car number.
No.
Imagine
we know that
being
guy
a spotter.
behind him, though. No, I would not want to be the spotter of that car by any means. Other
Richard
than it's
Swavely.
probably the only yellow car in the
It
field.
might be, yeah. Richard Swavely right behind him. The black, yellow, and red machine to the inside, actually. That matte black machine trying to get himself towards the top 10 here. This is the battle for 10th between Richard Swavely and Casey Sach. Off in a 1 and 2 here, 8 laps in. Is Richard Swavely going to be able to get himself in the top 10? He's under the inside of the 27 on the exit at 2.
There he goes. Swavely gets around Sawatch, and he'll
Wow, he
pull
made
away
that look
from about
easy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carling's just like that, made short work of him, and now trying to reel in that number 10 bracket in front of him. So we're watching the Richard Swavely number 32 right now to see where he's going to add up. And look at this. Sawatch down to the inside, making short work of the number 8 of Brackett. Or no, Brackett gets around the number, excuse me, as Brackett
We have a
gets
new
around
leader.
the number 8.
Eric Schaefer has gone past Jesse Prize down the backstretch. Eric Schaefer takes the lead here at Rockingham.
Yeah, new leader.
Richard
Field getting
Swavely
them
is
so-
quickly caught up to William Tyndall.
You see that? Yeah, he
Swavely
has.
is quick. Woo! Up in front though, the 79. Sorry, the 45 got real loose in the exit of 2. He might have hit the wall with that right front. The 45.
Exactly what I said.
He is
Yep.
down the bottom of the racetrack. He is very slow right now in that Voodoo Motorsports machine. That is driven by Dana Shepard from Putney, Vermont. A VDM affiliate right there on the inside of Richard Swavely. He's going to fall back to 10th. He might continue to fall back in that 45.
Shepard started up front too.
Yeah,
Now he's
did.
going
He
to fall
started in
back.
third.
He got the curse of coming off of turn number 2. That number 2 turn is going to be where I said all the action would probably be. And he's the first one to slap that wall like I thought several people would throughout the night. As Swavely starts pulling away from him, leaving him behind.
Randy, do you know what camera angle we are working on right now?
I would say camera number 4.
This is the Guitar Addict drone cam making its official return this season here in the TNR series. It got shelved in our last championship. The sanctioning body didn't want it flying over the track, but the Guitar Addict drone cam is officially back here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Oh, I'm super. You're tongue-tying everything, and I'm tongue-tying everything
it's a
as
rough
well.
night here in Rockingham. I think, there might be burnt toast going on somewhere.
I think it's just allergies that just bothered me.
The 3
But
truck.
it-
Ooh, look at the 3 up the track in that Hello Water machine in front of the 97. He's going to slow up the 97.
And-
That's
and
going to
what
allow
no-
the
what-
55.
What turn was that?
That was turn 2.
Exactly.
That
Turn
was-
2 is going to be the turn tonight, I'm telling you.
Turn 2 is by far one of the trickiest turns in the entirety of the series.
It comes up so fast.
Rockingham's
That's
turn 2. I mean, we're going to go on board the 55 here next time by, and we'll just show you how it is to ride around turn 2. We're going to jump up on top of the roll bar here, right up on the hood. You know what? Actually, let's watch the gyro cam so we can see how his hands are moving through these corners. We'll jump off in where is it? Hold on, I have a better camera angle than this.
Not that one. That one sucks.
Apparently, I don't have that camera angle.
All right, that's a good camera though. Look
Look at his
all right, pull
hands.
that bottom of the track.
Look at that.
Get on
Look at
the
how much
bottom
his
of the
hand. Look
line
at how much banking
and
you have here at
watch.
Rockingham.
He just drifts right up.
And that wall comes out of nowhere. It
Yeah.
really does. It's almost like you don't expect the wall to be out as far as it is. I mean, this track was built in the mid-'80s was it the late 70s, actually?
Late 70s.
It was the late 70s, and it's when we didn't have soft walls, so you didn't have to worry about that jut out of these soft walls. I mean, you can see how far out down Thunder Alley where there's no soft wall down the backstretch. You see when they get into these corners, there's about another foot and a half of wall in the corners of the rock. And when you come off of the corner, you lose that foot and a half. But you're seeing the difference of this is why the track is so much smaller than it used to be. You used to in the 80s and the 90s, you can see 2-3 wide racing here at the Rock. Now you got a maximum of 2 cars.
Yeah, and looking at this track, you only see the soft walls through part of the track. Now imagine if you were in one of those new cars that NASCAR is running right now, and you hit that wall with the driver's side.
I don't think we'd be racing at the Rock with the track record of this new car. This new car, we're going to get off on a small bit of a tangent here while we watch these guys go around here at the Rockingham Speedway. The new car that the Cup Series is driving is by far a effing death machine.
It's not a good thing right now, and they've got to fix it for sure. And speaking of almost calamity, Bubba Wallace nearly killed Kyle Larson this weekend.
Yeah, no, Bubba Wallace, he should be suspended for a couple of weeks for that.
Yeah, and not just 1 week, a couple weeks.
I understand, retaliation, anger, it sets in, it happens to all of us, right? We all do it. You turn left, you hook a guy at Martinsville, it's different. You don't turn left and hook a guy at 157 miles an hour down the front stretch of one of the most dangerous racetracks in the world right now because of the way this car rides. That's unacceptable. And Denny Hamlin might need to think about getting rid of him.
Yeah, he's got a good driver in the car this week, so we'll have to see how well he does. Right now it is Eric Schaefer out in front.
We've got some problems in front of him, though. The 9 got into a car right in front of them. It was the 1. The 1 car has some serious damage. The 9's got some serious damage. Jeremy Boehner and Dusty Applin got into each other in 3 and 4 this last time, and they almost caused calamity in front of the leader.
That's true. They almost did. It could have been a lot worse than it actually was, as the leader is approaching those slower cars up in front. He's got about 5 cars up in front, so he's trying to make some short work of the whole field right now. He's got a really good run going right now in that 35. Gets it low down in the turns, gets on the gas and down the back straightaway, and he is approaching those slower cars.
This is when it gets dangerous.
Right now, running too wide.
Yeah, they are battling right now to be the first car that doesn't go a lap down. They don't want to go a lap down. They don't want to have to hope for a caution to get their laps back. But my, oh my, here comes the 35 to the inside of the 38 off into turn 1 for the first time tonight. And the first time this season we see lapped cars becoming an issue for the leaders.
Yeah, he'll make his way around that 38 car. Now he's going to try to approach the 2 cars in front of him. Looks like the 9, I believe it is, up in front of him.
Yeah, the 9 car. The number 9 of Jeremy Boehner is coming up on him. But here's the number 35, the leader here. Eric Schaefer from Hamilton, Virginia. The number 35 Chevy Camaro. It's a beautiful paint scheme. Heck of a cause on the hood of that car. See if we can get a look at it there for you. Beautiful paint scheme on that hood of the number 35 Eric Schaefer.
Yeah, those 2 cars that he is racing with right now both have pretty severe damage on them.
Yeah, he needs to be careful here because this is going to bring Jesse Prize right back into the battle for this lead.
Yeah, he's not alone anymore by any means. But do you want to get racing around these guys up in front of you, as they are all trying to battle between themselves? You see the 62 up there, who ran very well last week, and now is becoming victim to our leader, Mr. Schaefer. Schaefer will dive to the bottom, and the 62 almost tags that outside wall. Got some
the 62 gets the 1! Whoa. There it is! Did they wreck out of 4? They didn't. The 62 and the 1 got together. Here comes the 0. Jesse Price trying to drive through this issue here in front of him. And now he's got a rear view mirror full of Dylan Hastings.
And you gotta think that was a pucker factor 10 right there.
I mean, I puckered, and I'm not even driving the car. I puckered. Oh, the 0 and the 1 almost came together there.
Yeah, Prize has got to get away from these lap cars and get off into some safer ground right now, and that one is not letting Prize get away just yet, and he's not even racing with him.
No, I mean, I'll give it to him. He's doing his thing. He's battling hard to try to stay the first car on a lap down. The one is, but the 0 on the 73 in the wall going into 1. He's way up the track in front of the 1, and the 0 able to get past. Jesse Prize able to stay in second. But the thing that this causes, right? This went from a half a second battle to now to almost 2 seconds between Eric. The caution is out. The caution is out. Jacob Denson has gone around. Jacob Denson in the 79. The B&H Racing Team machine. That BHR machine has a ton of damage to the front end.
And he was already off the pace before this happened, too.
He was battling with the 2 and the 7. He was actually currently in third at the time of this incident. On the exit of 2, he got caught up with the 79, the 73, and the 7 got involved in it as well. We'll take a look, but the third place driver in this field having issues. Take a look at what happened to Dylan Hastings here on the exit of 4, out of the exit of 2. The 73 just gets up on the wall, does a little hop, skip, and a jump, and the 7 saves it from going into the wall.
Wow.
Good save by the 7, but the 79, not nearly as lucky.
No.
12 laps remaining here in Stage 1. 45 laps here in Stage 1. Randy Pepper, well, we're under caution here. Let's try to get our chill back, right? We'll calm down. We'll figure it out. What we're going to do, me and you, we're going to have a quick conversation. Bubba Wallace.
Yes.
Officially suspended for 1 race. Do you think it should have been more?
Yeah, I believe so, because one of the things I can honestly say that, yes, he wrecked Kyle Larson on purpose. We know that. But he also, after the wreck, he got out of his car and he started shoving Kyle Larson. How did he know that Kyle Larson might have had a slight concussion at that point? I mean, he just slapped the wall with the driver's side.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree. 3 years ago, I might not have said the same thing. I might not have said, hey, how do you know he doesn't have a concussion? Because
car was safe.
Whilst the car has come leaps and bounds in being cheaper, it's been more efficient for everybody. It's at better racing than we've had in a long time at certain tracks. Not only does this new car suck at short tracks, suck at super speedways, and suck at road courses, this new car is unsafe at mile and a half, which is the bread and butter of what NASCAR built this car for. This car is massively unsafe, and he hit the left side of his car, Kyle Larson did, into a part of the racetrack that does not have a soft wall at 156 miles an hour.
Yep.
We are lucky that we are sitting here today saying Kyle Larson can still drive this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could have broke his neck. He could have broke his back. He could have broke his arm. He could have got a concussion.
Yeah, he could be just like Kurt Busch right now saying, I'm done.
Kurt Busch's career is effectively over 3 years sooner than it should be, because Kurt Busch at 40, whatever he is, 43, 44,
yeah, he
was our version of Tom Brady. Kurt Busch had the longevity to continue to go, and it wasn't like Kurt Busch wasn't racing that well. Kurt Busch probably would have been challenging for a championship this year had he not gotten a concussion. Yeah. He was going to the playoffs to be the only 23-11 guy that actually had a shot to win a title. And now he's going to lose his ride because he cannot compete ever again. I don't think we'll ever see him in a car again. No, I just hope he's okay. I mean, we've seen this in hockey. We've seen this in football. Mark Savard, a former Boston Bruin, is the perfect example. That guy got hit in the side of the head by Matt Cook, a blind hit. He can't remember who his wife is some days.
Yeah, that's a shame. Hey, the field is lining up. Let's get back to racing here in the TNR series. As we
I'm excited for this. 10 laps.
Lining up. Yeah,
Randy,
10 laps.
We have a couple of things to talk about. We have guys who pitted.
Yes, we do.
With fresh tires. One of them sitting in 8th. Jose Sanchez in the 55. Keep an eye on him. He's got fresh tires.
Yeah,
this could be interesting.
Yeah, he will be very fast.
I'm sorry. Daniel Holdcroft in 13th. Yeah, we had the other driver pit on lap 1. So Daniel Holdcroft in 13th right here. This car on the inside line right there. Keep an eye on him. But up here, into the Geico restart zone, Eric Schaefer brings him off, and we fire back here at the Rock.
And Schaefer jumps out to a huge lead as he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths over Prize and Grenier. Grenier working on the inside of that Prize car, but it won't happen. He'll have to follow in line. They're all in tow for the top 4 right now. Banks is back there in that 54. Bracket behind them with Kinsley. Those guys are battling. Kinsley gets around the Bracket car as you got that good battle there, that 15 of Grenier side by side back there, and they'll get in line as well as Schaefer runs away from the field.
Yeah, Schaefer runs away from the field, and then we look back here, and these new tires for Daniel Holdcroft in the number 4. Whilst I believe he's probably the fastest car on the track, he can't get through the traffic in front of him.
Whoa,
He's going to go through the middle. Go through the middle.
wall.
3 wide. 3 wide through 2 here at Rockingham. Down Thunder Alley.
Oh, another car in the wall.
Cars
back
behind him in the wall, but we're still single file and straight. And the 4 up the trumpet on the 53. He almost turned him into 3 and 4. The exit of 4 down the front stretch here at the Rock. Oh, my God, Randy Pepper. I'm pulling it out of the bag, Randy Pepper. Holy schmoly. That's
that
vintage
4 was
Nick Adams.
definitely. Yeah, that 4 was right up the trumpet, as you say, or giving him the tip, as I say, for sure. As the 4 runs away.
The 8 is up his trumpet now.
Wow, look at the 8 now. Look
William
at this.
Tyndall moved him out of 4. He said, hey, buddy, I'm faster. Get out of my way. I want to win this stage.
He's trying.
Oh, they touch out of 2
dude.
down Thunder Alley.
Oh,
This is why I
that
love
could have
stage
been-
racing.
They are really battling for it. Do you know how many tires they get in this series? I'm not really sure
7
about
sets
that.
of tires.
Okay, so there's plenty of tires
Yeah,
left
I don't think
in
they
this.
don't have to worry. These guys who just did their first pit stops 41 laps in, they don't got to worry. I mean, you're going to pit at the stage break, probably put 4 more on, if not just 2 right sides, but you've got 6 more sets of tires to get you 145 laps. You'll be fine.
Yeah, no, definitely. So they will be able to, even if these guys don't catch up and pass the leaders before the stage is over, they can definitely gain some positions. Oh, 8 gets into the 76. Knocks him out of the... Kevitt got knocked out of the way, and
Whoa,
Kevitt's in
and
the
up
wall.
the wall a little bit, the number 76 of Tony Kevitt. He hit into the wall there and saved the Tatas. He's sitting, save my race right now.
And hopefully Hastings can get around him without any issues.
The
as
beautiful Hellman's machine. That thing is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice looking car.
Beautiful.
That's the field settling out right now,
Sorry about that.
and we see some.
iRacing's been a little funky tonight.
And the caution is out.
And the end of stage 2 has come to us. Sorry, stage 1 has
Stage
come
1.
to us. Eric Schaefer wins stage 1. Jesse Prees in second, Brandon Banks third, Cody Kinsey fourth, Matt Grenier fifth, Joe Sanchez in sixth, William Tyndall in seventh, Wyatt Brackett in eighth, Daniel Holdcroft in ninth, and Dilling Hastings going to come home in 10th in stage 1. A good stage for all of those young folk there. Very proud of them for what they were able to do.
What do you think of with the 4 tires that some of these drivers took? Who's the only winner out of that? Kinsey? Did Kinsey pit? I'm not so sure.
Kinsey did pit. Schaefer's in the pits right now.
Okay, so he was the big winner out of that.
He was definitely the Cody Kinsey. No, Cody Kinsey did not pit.
Okay.
Cody Kinsey did
So
not
then
pit.
it was
I apologize.
Sanchez.
It was
Sanchez
Sanchez.
Sanchez in the 55.
Well, here we go. 4 tires and fuel for all of these drivers on the track. Now, Randy, I'm just doing this because I like to. And hold on.
You gonna sing?
This doesn't mean anything in the regular season, but I kind of want to get used to it for the playoffs when they get here. I'm going to calculate some stage points really quick. I'm going to update the stage points. It's going to make me want to jump off a bridge. Okay, so the leader gets 10, right? Yeah, the winner of the stage gets 10. Who's led laps so far tonight, Randy Pepper? We've had
2, Prize and Schaefer.
Now the 4 was also led a lap. So Schaefer, Prize, and Holdcroft. All right, so Schaefer, he gets a bonus point. Nope.
So did the 4 just stay out?
I believe so. So you said
The
Holdcroft
4, the
as well?
7.
And then who was the other person who led a lap? The 35 of Schaefer.
Prize. Schaefer, Prize, and Holcroft. This will be interesting to say the least, as some of these guys did not pit. Now, some of them did stop before. So they're roughly about 8 laps on their tires. But 8 laps can be a lot down the line. So it should be interesting. I don't know about the rest of the world out there, but we have got a cold front actually approaching us down here in Florida. And we're bracing for it. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be like in the 50s tonight.
All right. So that's a stage win for Schaefer. So I have a little scorecard here where I do everything.
Well, the pace car does pull off. Here we go. Going to go back to green flag racing with Holcroft on the outside, Hastings down on the inside. Then you got that battle right behind him. You see the last leader, the big guy, the fast guy in the whole field, the 35 of Schaefer. Schaefer right up the trumpet, as Nick likes to say. I'm giving the tip to the 4. As that 4 of Holcroft is going to lose that position to Schaefer. Schaefer's really fast. They nearly touch as they go down across the line to complete lap 49, with Schaefer assuming the position. Schaefer out by a half a car length in front of Holcroft. Holcroft for that 4. Then it's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back. We got yellow caution out on the track.
The caution is out on the track, and we have cars around. Dustin Alpin and Jeremy Banner have gone around. See what happened here.
Somebody hit turn 2, I bet.
The 1 and the 79, I believe, go around here on the exit of turn 2. It's just the 1 side. The 45! Yep. The 45 and the 1 had hard contact to the inside retaining wall for the 1. Some pretty serious damage to that number 1 machine.
That turn 2 has just been not nice to these drivers tonight.
Oh, man. Oh, God. I just looked at the Bruins game. Okay.
I haven't even looked to see if what happened tonight with the Chris Jericho and, well, he hasn't wrestled yet, so never mind. You know what's AEW is on tonight, by the way. They're not on tomorrow night. They got bumped. So.
Oh, they're on tomorrow night?
No, they're on tonight. They got bumped tonight.
Oh.
So they. Chris Jericho was wrestling Dalton. It just went out of my head. Dalton Castle, former Ring of Honor champion, one of the most flamboyant wrestlers in wrestling right now. Almost kind of a throwback to the old days of Gorgeous George. But we are 52 laps into this 200-lap event here at The Rock. It's the TNR series, presented by the Guitar Attic. And Schaefer, that 35, has been the dominant car tonight. That breast cancer car has just been up front and showing the boobies some love tonight.
God.
He's showing, I'm just saying, showing some love. I actually have a friend of mine who is actually getting ready to have a double vasectomy, or what? It was that? Is that what they call that? She's having both her boobies removed because of cancer.
That's not a vasectomy. It's a.
I know. I know it's not. What is it called?
Hold on.
Yeah, there's a word for it. I just can't.
Mastectomy.
Exactly. Yeah, the other would be the other part of the guy, but.
Yeah, it's a mastectomy.
Mastectomy. Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately for her, she's losing both of her boobies. So I feel sorry for her. But it's for the good. And that car made me think of it. So.
Jesus H. Okay. The lights are off on the pace car here. The iRacing, whatever the heck pace car that is. Give me 1 second, folks. I actually want to fix something before we go back racing. Just give me 1 second.
Field will make their way off of turn number 3 and into 4. Pace car is set to pull into the pits here. This field is stacked up 2x2, side by side, door handle, door handle.
This is better.
Here we go. Pace car pulls off. Here we go. Schaefer on the outside, Holcomb down on the inside. Schaefer gets a good start. He jumps out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carlings over Holcomb, who's got a battle with Brandon Banks. Brandon Banks on the outside. Banks has got a trunk full of that zero car actually, of Jesse Prize, who was our early pole sitter. But look at the lead that Eric Schaefer has grown to.
Randy, wow. We're on board Dylan Hastings in the 7. Look at how bumpy Rockingham is. Look at this off in a 1. Just look at the bumps, everybody. Look at it. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Look at the bumps in the center of the corner. On the exit, there's bumps. This car is always upset around Rockingham. Down Thunder Alley into turn 3. He tries to move to the outside. Look at how bumpy it is on the outside lane, though. My goodness, Rockingham is not good for your back.
And, I got to think about it. So, this is sim racing. But say you've got a butt kicker, or even, maybe you've got a full motion simulator. How rough of a track is this if you have a full motion simulator? This would be havoc on you.
Oh, my God. I would be absolutely destroyed after 2 hours of this. Big move there from the 93 of Cody Kinsey, who started back in 19th. He's all the way up to 4th. He's a mover and shaker of the evening in the number 93 Logitech Chevy Camaro.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That 93, a good-looking blue and black car. Moving into that 4th position is definitely on the move. He's only 3 car lengths back behind the prize car, the number 0 car, who's just in front of him. Prize is on his own planet right now by himself. He has, Kinsey behind him, and then he has Banks a few car lengths up in front of him. So he's all by himself right now. The driver from Wabash, Indiana.
One of the Drinking Brothers racing machines. That beautiful, tough-built machine. I love that paint scheme. I've always loved the tough-built paint schemes. They have always looked good.
Yeah, it's a good-looking paint scheme, no doubt about it. I wonder, our other league that we do call on Wednesday nights, a lot of those guys have a lot of special paint schemes that people in the league actually paint for them. I wonder how many of these guys in this league actually have a homegrown painter in the league.
Well, I mean, that's a good question.
Yeah, I would like to know that. Are most of these paint schemes offer trading paints?
I would guess a lot of these are custom-made paint schemes, just based on a lot of things I'm seeing. I think these guys get these paint schemes painted here for a lot of leagues they run, and then they just happen to run this one with them.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to find out who the master painter is for most of these guys, or are there multiple master painters? Schaefer's almost out to a 2-second lead over Banks, and then he's a second ahead of Prize, and it's another almost 2 seconds back to Kinsey as well. So Schaefer all by himself. His car almost resembles the numbers on the car kind of resemble almost like a street stock that you might see at your local track. Looking at that 0 car Prize. As he pulls the car to the bottom of the track, he'll drift up off the turn and see the tractor turn 2 pop in his right side or left side very quickly as he approaches the 54. Banks in front of him, so he is reeling in second place. Banks all by himself there, but here comes Jesse Prize. Prize right behind him. Could catch a little bit of a sniff going down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He pulled down to the bottom of the track right behind him. He'll come off the turn. He drives a little lower than the Banks car. He'll look to the inside and try to pass him here. And caution is out on the track once again.
The caution is out this time. I'm not sure what caused it. I don't have an incident on my screen here. I'm not 100% sure where the incident was. I don't see anybody massively slow either.
On the end of a stage.
Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure.
Debris on the track?
Debris? No. I hope not.
Huh. Not really sure what happened there. We're looking to try to find out what possibly might have brought that out. Getting the word now from NASCAR that Dylan Hastings was the culprit in that. Dylan Hastings threw a water bottle out the side of the car and brought the caution out.
He's been brought in for a pass-through penalty.
Yep, that's what happened.
Old Mike Helton got up on the radio and said, "Hey, get that Hellman's car in here."
Threw the water bottle out the side. Cannot do that.
No, Carl Edwards did that once to get a caution. NASCAR frowned upon that in 2004, and they frown upon it now. Unless you're Dale Jr.
That's right. And that car actually, the 7 car is owned by Dale Jr. He's got the Brandt, sponsor on the side of the car. I'm sure Rick Brandt was not happy about that as well. $67 laps down of 200 tonight in the Ghostfire Media Network broadcast of the TNR series. So, Nick, any early predictions on who the winner might be tonight?
No, I don't like to make predictions anymore because every time I make predictions, I make somebody angry because I cost them the race.
I know. That's why I was kind of hoping you would do it.
Wow. Randy, you're sadistic, okay?
Commentator's curse. I'm actually kind of surprised that a few more guys did not pit on this caution. I mean, we got 7 sets of tires. Why not?
I mean, it is a good question on why they didn't. I think a couple guys maybe take some opportunities, take a chance in the back if you're back there. My opinion, but
Yeah. I'm actually puzzled a little bit maybe on it. Maybe they've got a strategy worked out that I would not have worked out. We've had 5 cautions tonight. A lot more than I thought we might have, but we're only 69 laps into this thing. I imagine after seeing this, I think we might end up with a grand total of 11. I'm thinking
you're thinking 11.
I'm thinking 11. What are you thinking?
7.
7. Wow. You're optimistic. Turn 2 has not been friendly to these guys at all. I think we might get 6 here right in this restart. Pace car pulls off. Here we go. Side by side to the line. Schaefer will get on the gas and off he goes. Did not get quite as good of a start as he did last time. The field is right behind him. He's only 2 car lengths out in front of second and third, as we got a good battle for second with Kinsey and Banks. Kinsey on the outside as Schaefer starts pulling away and leaving Kinsey and Banks behind. Kinsey, Banks. Kinsey pulls down. He's all by himself pulling away from Banks. Banks has got 2 cars right behind him. Sanchez and Prize are right there. Prize right up the back end of that number 54. And then we got Sanchez right there trying to make some moves as well in that 55. As the field will make their way off of turn number 4 and into turn number 1. They go, and caution is out once again.
The caution is out. This time it looks like it was Jacob Denson and Scott Feltz, maybe. There was some calamity on the exit of 4, and it's 2, 3, 4, 5 cars involved. Big damage for the number 79 BHR machine. Once again, that's going to put an end to the evening of the 79 that time.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So it didn't take too much longer to bring out number 6. I thought it would be sooner than later.
Well, you know, Randy, 73 laps out of 100 in. We are 15 laps away from the end of stage number 2. Lap 90 is the end of stage 2. We could see some more issues here if we don't. Be careful.
Yeah, definitely. Schaefer trying to play a little horse with these guys as he looked like he might be pitting, but he's not going to do it. They will stay out, so everybody's staying out on the track. Nobody going in to get any tires. But nobody so far has had anything for Schaefer at all. See one car getting the wave around. So the field moved down to let him go by. Next time around will be 75 laps. That will leave 125 laps to go. So far, this field has been hindered by cautions quite often. So, and I don't think the field wants to have a lot of green flag racing because the way Schaefer is running, I think they're worried that he may come around here and lap everybody, fast as he is in that 35. Letting the field make their way around the track. Hey, last week I could have used a Goodies headache powder. This week I could use some Flonase.
Oh.
And a little blinking going on there.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. What caused that? iRacing?
Just a few things.
Looks like the field will start lining them up 2 by 2 and get ready to go back to green flag racing here at the Rock.
I can't wait, Randy Pepper. This is about to get fun.
Hopefully we don't see another caution. Although I believe
You're
we will
such
see.
a negative Nancy.
I just feel this. I have this
Why are you
odd
so
feeling.
damn negative?
I'm not negative. I'm a realist. I am a realist, my friend. I just have this sneaky suspicion that these old tires, and we're gonna race to the second stage. I think some of these guys are gonna get a little too antsy too quick. You can already see they're revving them up. They're ready. They are ready.
Here we go, Randy, out of turn 4. And we're going to do a thing we haven't done yet this year. We're going to crank it up. "79 laps complete here at the Rockingham Speedway. 10 laps left here in stage 2. The 93, Cody Kinsey in second, way up the track there.
Way up the track. Not where you want to be by any means, but no touch, no foul. Kinsey pulling away by 1-2 car lengths over the 54 Banks, and then you got Joe Sanchez back there. And that number 55. Behind him, you got the Zero Prize back there. Sanchez really working to try to make something work. That time he worked a little too hard. The car drifted up the track. Now he's going to have to get it back and get his groove back and try to catch back up to that 54. This time the 54 trying to get something working on that inside line. That won't work, and he'll have to tuck back behind the 93. 93 gets out of his groove as he'll drift up the track as well, that Kinsey car. But he is starting to pull away from the Banks car by 1, 2, 3 car lengths over the 54. And then it's a 1 car length back to the Sanchez in the 55. And then it's a half a car length back to the 0 prize for your top 5 right now, as your leader, Schaefer, is just kind of in his own zip code right now. 83 laps down out of 200 as we will approach the end of this stage here, as I'm watching some stuff back behind them, but that didn't come to fruition. As you see cars down on the inside of the track, I'm not really sure what that was all about. I don't know if they were pitting or what, but there were a couple cars stopped down on the bottom of the track. Shuffling through the field right now, looking at that 19 car back there. Fulham followed by the 76 of Cavett. Cavett looks down the inside of the 19, and he'll shove him out of the way, and off he goes. That 17 or actually the 76 of Cavett will leave the 19 behind. Trying to get used to all these drivers here, folks. So if I mispronounce somebody's name, or we got caution out once again.
The caution is out. Jeremy Banner and Dylan and Dusty Applin have gone around, and big damage for the 9. The front end of that car is gone. The 1 is in pit lane.
The front clip is gone.
The front clip is gone on the 1, and it's also gone on the 9. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Jeremy Banner. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's we did not get a view of it until late. The cameras were not able to catch it, folks.
It must have been pretty bad, because you look at the front clip of that car and the back end.
Yeah, no, the 1 and the 9 got some pretty serious contact there. Stage 2. This might go to Eric Schaefer. I believe they're going to call it a little early. 87 out of 200 laps complete. Going to be a 110-lap shootout, Randy Pepper, to the end here. Eric Schaefer gets 2 stage wins here tonight.
Good points night. Good points night.
20 points from the stages for Eric Schaefer. Big points night for him.
All right, the PRN.
The 7, Dylan Hastings. Beats him out.
Hastings gets off pit road. He must have taken 2 tires.
What the PRN announcers want?
They're asking me to step out of the booth for a second. So
they're asking you to step out of the booth? All right. Well, Randy Pepper steps out of the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about a couple of things. And what we're going to talk about: Ghostfire Media, your premier iRacing experience, is hiring. We are hiring unpaid internships. No, it's per broadcast. Depending on what we get, it'll be per broadcast for somebody. We're looking to add 1 more league to the winter. Looking to hire maybe 2 people. Bring on 2 more people. I don't want to do this 3 days a week. I do it 2 days a week now, and I do 2 days a week of prep for these races, so I can come in here and be very very positive towards all of you guys and tell you facts. Have facts instead of opinions. That's something that is very important to me. So we are officially hiring. We're trying to bring on 2 more people to bring on a 3rd league, maybe a 4th league this winter for the Ghostfire Media team. Adam is stepping away at the end of his year, and Josh Laston, I believe, is also stepping away. So it's me and Randy Pepper. Going to be the final 2 standing of the originals here on Ghostfire Media. Looking to add 2 more individuals to our beautifully growing team, and hopefully bring on another league here on the Ghostfire Media Network and continue the growth so that we are here for a long time, not just a good time. If you're interested, please reach out to Ghostfire Media here on Facebook, and me and you will set along some time to have to sit down, chat, and have a conversation with you. Now, with that being said, The drivers are lining back up, and Nick Adams is fixing something again, folks. Give me 2 seconds. I didn't like the cars that we had. The car cameras. They didn't make me smile. So I'm gonna make myself smile again with what I know is a good car camera pack. And boom, bada bing, bada boom, ready, boom. We got the good cameras now. I just had to find out which one it was, and we got them back. Roll bar, gearbox, nose, left front, right, there we go. You got a little picture of the driver there. That's going to be really key here this evening. Kip Easley in the number 5 going to lead him down to the start-finish line. He is in control, and a big green flag restart here as the flagman waves him off. The 5 car spins his tires a little bit, but a good jump here on the 7 of Dylan Hastings. Jumping on the outside. The 35, Eric Schaefer. He comes around on the inside lane. He's going to take second away down Thunder Alley here at Rockingham. Eric Schaefer on his way back towards the lead. I think he's coming for the number 5. Brandon Banks, the 54, has made himself known now. He started in 9th. He's up to 3rd. Dylan Hastings started in 4th. He's finally back there. Joe Sanchez started in 10th. He's the 5th. Richard Swaverly, he started back in 11th. He's currently sitting in 6th. Man, oh man, these guys are driving like they stole it here at the Rock.
Yeah, they definitely are. They've definitely making moves and shaking along the way. As you see a challenge for the lead now as Easley on the outside and Schaefer down on the inside. Schaefer looks to the bottom. He'll dive to the bottom of the track. They're side by side as they come off for turn number 2. As Schaefer sees that 54, Banks getting very close. He doesn't want to have any part of that. And he knew that Easley was probably just kind of holding things up. And here comes Banks. Banks is not wasting time. He's going to try to get around the 5 as well and leave the 5 behind him. And he's bringing Sanchez with him as well. Good battle here for the 2nd position as Banks will get around the 54 or the 5 car and bring that 54 around and bring the 55 with him. So the 54 and the 55 are all together in 5. We got a lot of 5s, and we got a caution is out on the track.
The caution is out. Austin Harger and Dana Shepard have gotten into it together, and the 45 with some huge damage on that Voodoo Motorsports machine. Austin Harger in the 88, another Voodoo Motorsports machine, absolutely killed.
Wow.
The 88 is done. It's dirt track, and it's actually sideways. Look at it. It is dirt track, and that car is driving down the track sideways, Randy.
And that's not good. And there's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot of chatter.
There's a lot of interior damage on that as well. I mean, just look at how bad it's rattling as he drives down pit road. A rough way to end the evening for the 88 at Dana of Austin Harger. And then Dana Shepard as well right here in the number 45. A rough way to end his evening. He was up in the front earlier in the evening, started in 3rd. That's going to almost got to end the evening for the 45. We'll take a look and see what happened here, see if we can find out what might have happened. The 45 here, you see the 88, Austin Harger all by himself. One car gets in the wall in front of him. The 62 spins down the track. The 10 gets into it. The 45 behind him ends up having nowhere to go. Just drives right into it. And a bunch of damage for the 88, the 45, and the 10, and the 62. About 5 cars there involved in that. A big one here, 95 laps in. Big story, though, is Eric Schaefer continues to lead most of this race.
Yeah, he's the only one safe out there right now. But as we saw on the last start there, that 54 Banks and the 55 of Sanchez were coming. Will they have anything for Schaefer during the end of, or towards the end of this race?
There's a possibility for everything, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so we're both kind of in agreement that it looks like Schaefer may be the man to beat for the rest of the night. What's on the front of that 54? Paul something. The cars make their way around the track until the pace car decides to turn the lights out. Cars will line them up 2 by 2, side by side. The pace cars' lights are out. Eight cautions so far. I say that so far because I believe there are going to be more. As Nick's prediction was 7, we've already passed that.
What's your prediction?
11. I'm not so sure. That's too low.
I'm
even.
gonna amend my prediction. 17.
All right. 17. That's definitely shooting up there. All right, caution. The green flag is out. Caution is done, and Schaefer is out. 1, 2, 3 car lengths ahead of Banks. Banks is trying to get away from Sanchez. Sanchez all over the back end of that number 54. As Schaefer is saying, adios, amigos. See you later. Smell you later, boys. I'm off to the races by myself. 99 laps down, and Schaefer is your dominant car. Now, that time he got a little low, and that could have been trouble for him coming off of turn number 2 doing that.
They could have been. They definitely could have been issues there, but we look a little further back in the pack. We got some battles brewing in the middle of the pack here. Back here with the 76 and the 28, Charlie Harcum and Tony Kivett battling for 11th and 12th now with Casey Soch. And there's about 5 cars in that battle now.
How do you say the number 3 car? His name?
Hold on. Kunkel.
Uncle. Huh?
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Nuncle? I wasn't sure how to say it. I just Kunkel?
Kunkel.
Kunkel.
Okay.
Mr. Kunkel in that 3 car. Running 16th right now. As we're looking at, where's that, the 83? No, 28. Mr. Harcum.
Whoa, we got a car on the
Whoa,
wall,
car on
another
the wall.
Voodoo Motorsports machine.
Man, that team has had
The
some trouble
53
tonight.
absolutely destroyed the right side of his car.
Before long, there won't be any Voodoo Motorsport drivers out there. Seems like every 5 minutes we're looking at one of the Voodoo Motorsports guys in the wall.
Yeah, it's been a rough night for them. Definitely not going to be a fun Monday for them at the shop when they look at all these cars all torn up. The 0 to the inside of the 17 in the 3 and 4.
Wilson having a little heat on his back end. That prize car who was so fast early on and was at the pole, and now he is trying to fight his way to get around that 17 of Wilson. Wilson holding him up. You see the outside, Hastings up there on that outside line. I think Prize has thought better of it. Maybe just sit back here and try to get around the outside of that 17. Have to watch that. Although 17 looks pretty fast, he's going to get around to Hastings. Look at that. Wilson's like checking out. Still making their way around. We're watching this battle between the 7, the 17, and the 0 car. 7 car, Hastings, got a little loose that time. That's going to allow the 0 car Prize to get around him and try to reel back in that 17. A lot of laps still left. I mean, we're only 107 laps into this 200-lap event. So there's a lot of time for these guys to get super, super racing. As the 17 work on the inside of the 5 car of Easley. Easley, who led a few laps earlier on. Whoa, the 17 got very, very squirrely. And a nice save. Nice save. As you see, Easley bringing the 0 along with him. Prize right behind him. Prize 1-2, almost 2 car lengths back behind him. Now it is a 1 car difference. Now it's once again a 2 car difference between the 17 and the 0. And then we got a stacked up field behind them with the 5, the 7. And let's see what else is back there. The 5, the 7, the 15. The Greniers back there, as well as Ray Rogers is back in the mix as well. Last week's winner, net 51. Having a good run after an early spin in the race. But the rest of the field up front, they're just separated by 1 second about each car. Richard Swavely having a good run, running 4th right now in that 32. And he's on his own planet as well. As long as they run like this, we shouldn't see any issues from anyone unless somebody gets a little tired and gets a little loose and comes up and slaps that outside wall, which we've already seen in the, speaking of that, the 5 car nearly reached out and touched somebody on that wall. Watching that 0 car just make his way, trying to reel in that 17 still. Prize to the bottom of the track, right behind the 17 of Wilson. They are reeling in the cars in front of them, which the cars in front of them are a lap down. And thank goodness that car got out of the way. Prize still trying to get around that 17 car, or is he just falling in tow? That is the question right now, because this is one of the best battles on the track. That's why we're focusing on this battle right here. As now we'll go back a little ways as we
Whoa,
see
the 7's in the wall!
Again.
Dylan Hastings tapped the wall on the exit of 4. 2 down Thunder Alley, and now into 3 and 4 after a rough Thunder Alley. Almost touches the wall on the exit of 4. 7's having a rough 3rd stage here. Whoa,
Yeah,
the 5 and the 49. The 49 almost got turned by the 5. Down Thunder Alley they go.
And they're conga line. My allergies are playing havoc with me tonight, man.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. I'm like on the verge of sneezing any second now.
That seems like a you problem.
Yeah, that's a me problem.
Not a me problem. A
No.
you problem.
That's a me problem, no doubt. That's what happens down here in the Sunshine State. The allergies go crazy.
The battle right behind Dylan Hastings between Kip Easley and Robert Rowe is raging on. The 5 and now the 6 and the 10 now battling behind them. A 117 laps complete of 200 laps here at the Ghost Fire Media Network. We're going to have Randy Pepper tell you about the Guitar Addict really quickly.
Guitar Addict, located at 1672 and a half Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flemish and beautiful North Holly Hill, Florida. Has all your vintage guitar needs, whether you're looking for Gibson, Fender, Martin, Taylor, and many other brands. They are all available at the Guitar Addict. Check out guitaraddict.com for all the information, or like the Facebook page for the latest updates at the Guitar Addict. Check them out, guitaraddict.com, or give them a call at 386-676-2211. That's 386-676-2211. Theguitaraddict.com.
Randy, we need another fat guy commercial.
Why don't you use the one?
I gotta find it.
The loser commercial. Actually, the loser just actually texted me about a guitar. As you see this good battle right here.
Don't be a loser like this guy.
Can't believe he let you do that.
That was great. See Hastings Row and Brackett all racing it out. Whoa! Brackett nearly turned the sixth. Rowe nearly went around. Brackett doesn't even have a front end. His front clip is gone. But he's so fast.
You know, the 10's doing a heck of a job to do this without a front clip on that car.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that car doesn't drive very well. It's kind of driving like a Mack tank as he gets knocked into the wall. Into the wall the 10 goes. That's going to hurt that momentum that he had going there. An alien reached out and touched him, I believe. As at 53, sitting there, Delta, or Delia, I believe that is running right there with them as well. And he had a little touch of the wall himself. He's got no back end as well. As now Brackett has to regain his composure and get around the 53. And he nearly gets a tip. Gets a tip from the 53, but he's able to get away enough to where you would have to have a really longie. So it's pretty much single file around the track, although now we do have a new leader. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Where is our leader? What
on.
happened to him?
Hold on.
Oh, there he is. He's just off in another.
He's in another zip code.
Zip code. Yeah. I was going to go, where did he go? Getting ready to lap some cards is what's going to happen here. He is approaching the lap car of the 45, that Voodoo Motorsports car that's had more trouble than, well, I don't know who to say, but he's had more trouble than, well, Hunter Biden. Let's just say that. He's had more trouble with Hunter Biden. He'll get around him as he'll leave the 45 behind, and now he'll try to get around the 9, who's also been in quite a few incidents as well. Make short work of them. Now he's safe. And another car without a front clip in front of him. So right now we've had what? 9 cautions so far? 8? They may make it to the end without a caution, although roughly 130 laps. Still got a lot of racing left. Go around the 79 as well. Another guy that's had his fair share of trouble tonight. Schaefer's just on autopilot. There's no doubt about it. Now all he has to do is just think about the rest of the laps, wind them down, hope that no more cautions happen so he can just run on autopilot and just 131 laps down out of 200. We were talking about a little bit about Bubba Wallace earlier on and his suspension. And we had, Nemechek is the one that's going in that car this week. John Hunter Nemechek is going to run that 45 car.
This is a serious question, and this is nothing against Bubba, okay? It's
Yes.
a serious question. If John Hunter goes out there,
Yes.
puts that thing in the top 10,
Mm-hmm.
is there a conversation about who drives that car next year?
I would say if John Hunter goes out there and finishes in the top 5, yes. Top 10, not so much, because that's a top 10 car every week. But if he takes a car to the top 5, yes, I can honestly say there might be a discussion about bringing that kid in there. I mean, I would say John Hunter is probably long overdue. He's a good driver. But he has had his fair of controversy as well. So, not to the extent of what Bubba just did, but still, he's had some controversy, to say the least.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I just think that
What you got there?
I don't know. I just think that Bubba's not performing in that car where it should be.
Well, he won a race in that car, so I think he's performing pretty well. If he won a race first time in the car,
I don't know. I feel like that was a good race, but other than that, I haven't seen much other than a temper. And I like Bubba. I don't know. The battle for 13th rages on here. We have just under 65 laps to go at the beautiful Rockingham Speedway. Eric Schaefer, your leader, coming up on some lap traffic, Randy Pepper.
the more lap traffic for sure.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Wreckers behind him.
But they didn't wreck.
We
No
might
caution.
be staying green, but there was wreckers behind them. And we do stay green.
Yeah, it's green.
We have drivers pitting, though, making their maybe final pit stops of the evening. Kip Easley, Dilling Hastings, James Kunkel. They're all in pit lane, Randy Pepper. Could we see the leader come soon?
I think we're going to see our leader within the next 3 laps. I don't think it'll be this time. I think 3 laps.
You think within the next 3?
Yep, within the next 3. So there's 1. As that 4 is right behind him. And see, this will be 2. I think that within after this lap, I think we'll probably see him pit. I think. Maybe not, though. Maybe he's got another 5 in it.
Randy, are you just throwing things at the wall, hoping it's going to stick?
Of course I am. No, I honestly think he's going to. He didn't pit that time, so. I'm thinking they have to. I don't think you want to wait too long because you've got some good cars who've already pitted. You've got to pit soon.
Do you?
I think you do.
I mean, I guess we'll see.
You have to pit at least one more time. There's no way you cannot make it to the end of this race. Because that would mean they would have to go almost 100 laps on a set of tires.
No, I think he's gonna pit.
Yeah.
It's just a question of when.
Yeah. Lap 150 maybe. Try to make it a 50-lap run.
Possibility.
You still see cars coming into pit. There's the 44s down. Let's see. 6 more laps maybe. As you can see, the 17 is right behind him. He did pit. Yeah, I think within the next 5 we're going to see it. Lap 50. We're just watching the leader right now make his way around the track, and we're going to watch and see when he's going to make that final pit stop tonight. At 35 is Schaefer, all by himself, pretty much running on a whole nother planet right now. And he's kind of slowed up as he's got a lot of lappers pitting and coming out with fresh tires, and they're able to go around him a lot faster than he is.
This is also now a dangerous game for him, right? If he stays out too long.
Yeah. Yep.
He's going to end up losing the lead to one of these guys who pitted on lap 140. This is where the overlap of strategies could cause a surprise winner. That's what's so great about these types of races when they go like this. I mean, the first 100 laps, we had a bunch of cautions, but this last 50 laps, we've been straight out. We've been, it's been fun. It's been interesting to watch. And now this is where the coffee gets made. The bills get paid. These guys go out there and they earn it.
Yeah. And you got to know he's a little worried with some of these fast cars, and whoa, a car goes around.
Oh, big wreck behind him! Big wreck behind him!
Oh, that's not good for Schaefer.
Oh, Brandon Banks can't get through it. The caution is out, but it came out late. Oh, it came out late. And Brandon Banks, I immediately swapped to Brandon Banks to see what he saw. And here we're still green, we're still green, we're still green. Now the caution finally comes out. But we were green all the way through this, Randy. I mean, so right here, this is easy for us Monday morning quarterbacks to say, why is he not slowing down? But this is what he actually sees. I mean, now he finally sees it. Now he finally sees it. And again, he's coming into this corner. He's not fighting somebody for a position, but we're still under green. We're still under green. I'm battling these guys, and now all of a sudden I finally see the wreck. I mean, there was nowhere for him to go, nothing for him to do. It's just an unfortunate set of circumstances that put him in that position, and there's no way that iRacing should have let that green flag stay out that long. The caution should have come out immediately when the cars started to wreck in front of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we take a look here, and Jason Hastings and Soch, and they wrecked here off into 3. They wrecked right here. I mean, they're still wrecking. The caution should come out right here.
Right there.
The caution should be waving. It's still green. It's still a green racetrack right up until that point. That's the crazy thing. I mean, if this was NASCAR, we'd be screaming at them about safety. And now Brandon Banks is sitting down here getting damage repaired that he shouldn't have had.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate set of circumstances for one of the fastest cars on the track to now probably lose his opportunity to win this race because of a caution that should have come out 10, 15 seconds earlier.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Let's look, let's look at some of these guys that go flying by here. I mean, let's look at the 88. I mean, he's back here, not far off this wreck, but he's one of those guys that's watching it, and he's going to see it happening. And I mean, watch, you'll see the lights up here. It's still a green racetrack. You go by the caution lights, and the caution lights weren't on until right then.
Very late.
Let's see if we can see from Jason Hastings, who was one of the vehicles involved in it. Where is he? All right, this is Jason Hastings. He's one of the cars involved in this wreck. Let's take a look. Here we go.
That's it. I didn't see anything.
Here's the wreck. He's gonna get turned. He hits this car right here. Look at the lights in front of him. The lights still weren't on. I mean, hold on. The lights aren't on here. That's the crazy part. The lights finally come on there. But they weren't on for the longest time. That's the part that caused the incident to get larger. And there's nothing you can do about that. That's coding. But still, at the end of the day, for Brandon Banks in the 54, that is one of the most aggravating things in the world for him now. Because he's all the way back in 7th with damage to a car that was one of the fastest on the track.
Yeah.
So that just irritates you.
Yeah, he was battling for, second or third. Now he's gonna have to battle back there.
And because he was involved in this, all these guys in front of him may stay in front of him because he was involved in the wreck. He may not get past all these guys in front of him, so it may shuffle up where the field is. He's in 6th. That's where he scored. Are we 1 to go? We are 1 to go. He is gonna be stuck back. I mean, he's in 6th right now. But there's 15, 20 cars ahead of him. I mean, he's not in a good position. He's in a really bad spot. You'll see the leader now go into 3. He's in 6th. Brad Fulham is up here in 5th. I mean, look at all these cars between them. There's about 10, maybe 11 cars between these two.
It's been really hard for him to get up there.
It's going to be hard for him to fight for a top 5 now. Maybe this could be the last restart, though. Coming out of 4, the green flag's going to wave, and Eric Schaefer's going to get a great restart here with just over 50 laps to go.
And luckily, Kinsley just followed him through that little pack there and will take off behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Carling's back, and then it's another 3 back to the 0 prize. And we've got caution.
The caution
10
is
caution
out
so far.
Stephen Ayers has gone around. The 62, that's going to be the end of the evening for the number 62 Camaro.
Yeah.
That thing is killed. Let's take a look and see what happened to Stephen Ayers. This is off into 1. We're going to be leaving 1, going down Thunder Alley. And on the exit of 2, he just pounds the wall. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's a hard hit. He's going to get hit again.
Oh,
it's a big one. Oh, my God.
It was a lot bigger than we thought it was.
Charlie Harcum flew through the air. Oh, my goodness. That was a massive hit on the inside wall. But this impact here is just as big. Wow. Wow. That hurts. That hurts the wrists. It hurts if you had no matter the wheel, that hurts the wrists.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts just looking at it, man.
Yep.
I'm in pain thinking about it.
10 cautions so far tonight. in
He's
the
never going to let
TNR.
this go.
What's that?
You're never going to let this go.
No, I'm not. It's going to be 11 cautions. I told you. It's going to be 11 cautions. I'm going to hit it right on the money. And I expect my check to be mailed to me anytime, or actually PayPal it to me. Man, got to make money somewhere. Oh boy! And if you believe we are actually betting on this, you're wrong. We're not really betting on this. We're just playing around with Nick. Although it would be a lot more fun if we did bet on this stuff. Might not make a lot of money though. Probably lose every week. Anyway, Schaefer is your leader right now, 157 laps down of the 200. Schaefer, Kinsey, Bryce, Kevitt, Fulham, Brackett, Wilson, Hastings, Banks, and Grenier make up your top 10 right now. Sanchez is now a lap down. Look at this. Look how many guys are down a lap. Is this correct? No, it cannot be correct. We can't. Only 9 cars on the lead
It's
lap.
correct. The cautions trapped a lot of guys.
Wow. Sanchez was running second at one time.
The green flag pit stops with the caution in the middle of the cycle trapped a lot of good cars a lap down.
Wow. Hastings is the last car in the lead lap. Wow. Although I think he's going to go a lap down too because he's in the pits. Then we're going to have 8 cars on the lead lap. Lights are out. The field will line them back up 2 by 2, side by side. Schaefer on the outside, Kinsley on the inside. Pace car is off. Here we go. Back to green flag racing. Schaefer gets on the gas to the Geico restart zone. And he's off to a race on his own once again as the field back behind him is stacked up 2 by 2. And one car's to the wall.
Oh, we
may
got a
have
big one
caution
behind him. Big one behind him. We got cars all around the track. The track is blocked. The bottom of the track is blocked. 4 or 5 cars. And the 54 of Brandon Banks is heavily damaged.
Toast.
One incident from that late caution caused Banks to get caught up in the back there. And this is where it's brought him. Let's see what happened. The track just got blocked.
Yep.
It actually starts with Brandon Banks here. Oops.
And it looked like it took Sanchez with it too.
It starts with Banks. The 38 hits the wall. Banks comes down the track, hits the 55. Sanchez pounds the inside wall into the 10. The 53, and then, it's just a blocked racetrack at that point. Let's take a look. Let's go on board. The 54 has nowhere to go, really. He's in the middle of the track. He doesn't have any issues. The 38 hits the wall, and boom. They were going to make contact, but the 55 with a hard hit to the inside retaining wall. These guys are taking some big ones tonight. They are taking some massive, massive licks tonight.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Let's take a look at Joe Sanchez one time. We'll take a look at his view of this wreck. the 1 and 2. You see the 54 in front of him, the 15 on the inside. He was falling back a little bit. He's like, it's fine, I'm fine. And boom, almost gets through it. Oh, God. That broke the left front suspension on the car.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. And I didn't realize his car said Cookout on the front of it. And that's terrible because now I'm hungry. Tell you, have you ever had Cookout?
Of course I've had Cookout. Who hasn't had Cookout? You're not American.
Actually, we don't have them in Florida.
Really?
No. We just got a White Castle last year.
I think Florida would be used to a White Castle.
You would think. But no, we're not. We just got it. And Cookout we don't have. I wish we did. I love Cookout. I was in North Carolina, Charlotte, man. I was eating that about every day. That's all when I travel on the road, I'm going down to I-75 or I-95, I see a Cookout, I'm stopping there for lunch. Heck with Chick-fil-A, I'm stopping at Cookout. I don't know if up where you're at is, or if you guys have, sure, I'm sure you have Chick-fil-A's up there, don't you? Do you?
Huh? Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, okay. So, are the lines super long to get in one of those?
Yes.
Okay. What is it? Why? Why does that restaurant have so many lines?
Their chicken is delicious. And for some reason, people want Christian cooking. I don't know what people think Christian cooking is, but it's just, well, I can't say what it is on live television.
I don't see everybody lining up for kosher hot dogs either. Although I could stand for a kosher hot dog any day of the week. All right, caution is about to be done with as the pace car has turned the lights out. We're going to go back to green flag racing. 163 in the books. On to 164.
Eric Schaefer on the outside. This could be the final restart. With what we've seen lately, it probably won't be. But here we go. A big restart for the 35 and the 93. The 0 at Jesse Prees is not going to get to the inside of the 93 through 1 and 2.
Jesse Prees lines up in the third position right now. Field is kind of inside, outside, all behind him. They're all looking for shuffling for position as caution is out. There's 12. I'm wrong. It may be 17 for long, dude.
Ken MacArthur, Richard Swavely, Kevin Delia, all involved in this. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Oh, that was not pretty at all.
That was ugly. That hurt. Everything about that hurt. That was him in the 68. Let's take a look here. That hurt me. I mean, that was painful. Let's take a look. I need to find the car that went up into the wall.
He's a 79, I believe.
Just hold on. Just hold on.
Hold on loosely.
Oh, he hit the gate.
Hmm.
Oh, that gate has been a disaster and a problem for about 50 years. Oh my God, he flipped right over. There's a lot of hits there that are troubling and scary. Richard Swaverly's hit here. He's going to come in to the middle of this and just straight to the door of the 97. Oh, there's just so many hits there that are just troubling. Oh. That just hurts. Jacob Benson ended up laying on his roof there. Safety workers did extricate him from the vehicle. Seems like he's going to be okay, but my God. They go to a local medical facility, most likely here in North Carolina, to get checked out for a concussion. but he should be okay. But my goodness, there were some dangerous hits in that incident there, Randy Pepper. I don't know about that. I don't think that was intentional. I think that was a racing incident. It looked like a racing incident, but my God.
Yeah, the way things are going, the John Hopkins Baptist, Methodist, Brethren Church of Hospitals will definitely be full here in a
Yeah,
while.
North Carolina Medical Center is going to be full of them.
Yes, absolutely. Man, I cannot believe we're only 167 laps down. We still got quite a few laps left in this race. And the thing, as I said, turn number 2 would be the culprit of most of these incidents. I knew it after just running practice laps around here, just checking this track out. Turn 2 was going to be a magnet for trouble, and it has not disappointed at all. A car down on the inside up there. I'm not sure. That car's got to be a lap down on the inside of Schaefer. All right, here we go, side by side. Stacking them up once again. Try to make this thing a clean race the rest of the way. We have lost a lot of cars. We have 1, 2, 3, 10 cars on the lead lap now. Veneer got his lap back. As long as we have these cautions, a lot of people will get their lap back. Shepard will be the next one to get their lap back. Shepard, who actually led early on, now is back in the 11th spot. His car is off. Green flag is out. There goes Schaefer once again, off on his own. Schaefer will pull away from the second place at Kinsey. And I'm watching back behind them to see if we have any more cautions starting, but so far, all good. As we see Prize trying to reel in that number 93 car, but not quite, not yet. Then behind them, they have 3 cars battling. Wilson, Hastings, Kevitt. All of them are fighting for position. How is Banks at 54 still running 7th? I don't know. Because he was involved in a pretty good incident early on, and didn't think he would still be out here, but he is actually running really well, 7th place right now. Man on a mission. Oh, one car's in the wall, but no caution. Didn't touch anybody else, but he definitely did get a piece of the wall. Oh, one car gets loose, and he saves it. Man, there's a lot of crazy driving back here at the back of the pack. I'm not really sure if it's the tires or they're just cars have got so much damage in a lot of them. They just don't drive worth a crap. Although the car, the 19 doesn't look like it has any damage. I have to look at that. See if I get a better view. Let's see if that car actually has any damage. Nope, no damage at all. That 19, a Fulham, has WestJet on the car, and Walt Disney World is on that car. field making their way around the track. Winding the laps down. Looking at my trading paints, and my trading paints is different than what actually you guys see on that car. I see WestJet on the 19 car, but that's not what's on the car out here. And he's making some moves, dives to the inside, get around Hastings in that 49. He will get around him and move up a spot into the 6th position. So the number 19 is Fulham is on the move, trying to make some spots up. 23 laps remaining in this 200 a lap event here at the Rock. This has been a demolition derby for a lot of it. I didn't know we were going to have a demolition derby breakout here.
I went to a demolition derby and ended up driving a NASCAR race.
Yeah, exactly. I actually used to call demolition derbies. Crazy. Funny, on this week's edition of the Racing Guys channel, if you want to watch it on YouTube, he covers some of the Hooters Pro Cup cars from back in the 90s. It was a huge series here. It ran through the Southeast. I actually called some of those cars. Those races with a guy by the name of Al Erb. I don't really know what happened to Al Erb. I need to look that up, thinking of that. Kind of brought back a memory. But the racing looks a lot like this. That's what kind of made me think of it. 20 laps go. 20 laps to go. Schaefer, Prize, Kinsey, Wilson, Kevitt, Fulham, Easley, Hastings, Banks, and Grenier. The only 10 cars on the lead lap. Those are the last 10 cars. Everybody else is at least one lap down. We have several cars that are completely out of the event. Nick, did you expect this to be this kind of race?
No, I did not.
No, I did not either.
Not with these guys.
I don't think it was just these guys. I think it could have been anybody. I think even if we had the guys we raced with.
One of those guys. It's one of those.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks. Just it'll reach out and grab you. Even the trans-service truck guys probably have the same kind of luck as these guys have had. 18 laps to go. Watching the 17 now, the battle there, the 17 and the 93. Wilson and Kinsley. Wilson trying to take that third position away from Kinsley. Get himself a podium finish. If you do finish in the top 3, you do get to talk to myself and Nick Adams in the booth after the race. So that's what a lot of these guys are just fighting for. They just want to talk to us. Because we have such, stimulating conversation and questions for them. I know Nick does every week. He's got all those questions, just...
By the time I get to post-race interviews, Randy, I've been up for about 17 hours that day. You're lucky I'm still here. I'm exhausted.
I can tell. I can tell that you're a little off the game tonight, for sure. But I'm not far behind you, my friend. Not far behind you.
Zach Wilson is up Cody Kinsey's trumpet, though, down the front stretch. My goodness.
Yeah,
if he was up there any further, he'd be smelling what he had for lunch.
You know, to give him the tip for sure. And if he was John Holmes, he would be giving the tip.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Wilson's last name would be Lovelace. Look at that. To the inside. He's going to try to get around. That number 93, Wilson, making some moves to try to shake his way around. That 93 of Kinsey. Kinsey's not ready to give the position up. They are still side by side. Kinsey up high, Wilson down low. And they come across the line. Complete lap. Well, 12 to go is what we're working on right now. And Wilson did not get it done. Maybe he overdrove that car and now is eating up those tires. It's not ready to give up quite yet. Maybe Kinsey has found something on that middle groove to make that car go faster. Let's have to wait and see. Next time around will be 10 to go. As Schaefer pulls away to a 2-second lead over second place of prize. Then we got this great battle here for third between Wilson and Kinsey. And they keep battling. They may have a third car involved. Kevitt is right there behind them. Kevitt in the 76 is stalking these guys as well. Kinsey finally gets a little bit of breathing room. Breathing room, not groom. I don't think he's getting married anytime soon. Wilson sets it up again. Going to dive to the inside and try to make it work this time. Down to the bottom of the track. Will it come off the turn? No. Kinsey still has the preferred line on that middle groove. Bottom of the track once again. Wilson trying to make it work. Nope. Kinsey still holding on to the position. As you see Kevitt stalking back there. Kevitt is there now. Kevitt is right behind this battle for third. Kevitt's got company right behind him with Fulham and Easley. Actually, it's not easy back there behind there. I believe that's a lap car.
It is a lapper.
Yeah.
It's Dylan Hastings in the 7.
Ah, that is Dylan Hastings. I see that now. Six laps to go. 6 laps. Wilson is still trying to get around at 93 at Kinsley, but nothing yet. Maybe this time he will get it because there is a lap car holding them up. But no, the lap car will get out of the way.
Yeah, the 2 almost just played spoiler there.
Yeah, he almost did. Luckily, he did not. He almost did. Now Wilson's got to worry about that 17 or that 76 of Kevitt behind him.
He does. Wilson in 4th, Kevitt in 5th, Fulham in 6th. That's your 3-car battle right there for 4th position. Cody Kinsey in 3rd, beginning to pull away now from the 4th, 5th, and 6th place drivers. Tonight, Randy Pepper, has been a night of ups and downs. It's been a night of, we had really terrible, but good racing in the first stage. Fantastic racing in the first stage. 1 caution through the first 45 laps. And then from lap 45 to lap 90, it went chaotic, right?
Yep.
Car in the wall in front of the 17. Looks like it's the 88. He's going to stick it up near the wall and be okay. It went chaotic from 45 to 90. 90 to about 105 was another chaotic part of the race. But since lap 105, it has been green flag almost the entire way. We've had a few cautions. When we did have cautions, they kept breeding more cautions. It's the old saying at short tracks, cautions breed cautions. But Randy Pepper, throughout the entirety of this event, Eric Schaefer started on the pole. and has led a majority of this race. I'd say he's led over 150 laps. And Eric Schaefer is coming through 3 and 4 now at the Rock to get the white flag here at the North Carolina Speedway, Rockingham, North Carolina. The Rock, just under a mile to go for Eric Schaefer. Eric Schaefer under the 53. A chaotic race for most of the field. Not a lot of cars tonight, finished with no damage on their machines. But the 35 of Eric Schaefer for the Tatas, as one of the cars up there tonight says. The black and pink wrecking machine, Eric Schaefer, is going to come across the start-finish line and win at the Rock.
Wow. Dominating.
Absolute dominant fashion of a victory. Jesse Priest in second. Cody Kinsey will come home in third. He'll hold off Zach Wilson and Tony Kevin for third. Brad Fulham will finish in sixth. Kip Beasley seventh. Matt Grenier in eighth. Jason Hastings in ninth, who started back in 29th. And Brandon Banks, with no front end of that machine, will be the last car one on the lead lap. But at the start-finish line, Eric Schaefer's going to burn this black and pink machine to the absolute ground, Randy Pepper.
Let's watch him light him up. Light him up, up.
While we watch him light up this car, we are going to go ahead and grab the third place finisher, Cody Kinsey, a member of Drinking Brothers Racing. And we are so excited to have Cody up here in the booth. Cody, it's Nick and Randy. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys?
Cody, a heck of a finish tonight, a third-place finish. You were up there battling all night long. You started back in 19th. You were able to get yourself up there by the end of Stage 2. Heck of a recovery from a terrible qualifying. How did it feel?
Car felt good on the long run. We were really fast. I led off the lap before the finish there. I thought it was over. I was still surprised I got third.
Cody, you definitely had to fight for that towards the end there. You had Wilson all over the back end of that car, and were you kind of worried that he was going to get around you?
Only when I let off. We were way better in the long run. If we had another 20, 30 laps, I think we would have stretched it.
How much trouble was turn number 2 for you tonight?
You just had to hit it right. Going into one, you couldn't come up off the apron, or you're just pushing up to the middle of the track. But if you can get through one good and really point the car off of 2 and get that run, that's what you needed.
Well, congratulations on a third-place finish tonight. You got anybody to thank?
Drinker Bros Racing, Simrant Market, Premier Setup Shops, and our family out there watching.
Hey, awesome, man. Congratulations on a third-place finish. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, man.
That was Cody Kinsey in the number 93. We're going to be grabbing our second-place finisher, the number 0, Jesse Prees. I think it's Prees. We're going to actually confirm with him what his name is so we don't call him the wrong name anymore. Jesse, it's Nick and Randy in the booth. We have a question. Is it Jesse Prees or Prize?
Breeze. Yep.
Prees. We were right.
Yep. You guys said it right the first week.
Sweet. So a pretty good night up there tonight. Coming home in second. You started on the pole. You come home second. How did it feel out there?
Oh, not too bad. I got a little bit of nose damage early. I don't know if it was the second stage there. Got in the back of, I'm not sure who it was, but I'd go and get some of that cleaned up and shot me to the back there for a little bit. It was kind of interesting coming back through the pack. All in all, pretty good race.
Did you, at any point, did you think you might have enough to catch Schaefer? I mean, Schaefer was dominant. I mean, on any of the starts, restarts, or anything?
Yeah, if we had a long enough run, it'd have been interesting to see. That usually I can save a little bit more tire than him. He was doing a little bit smarter race today and staying on the bottom and not using his stuff up as much. But it'd have been interesting on a long run. But
Well, it was a good race tonight, man. Congratulations on a second-place finish. I know it's a good points night for you as we go along the way. And you got anybody to thank?
yeah, especially the DBR guys. I mean, we had 6 of us in the top 10, and too bad about Joe. He'd been up there with us too. New Brawl isn't in town tonight, so he couldn't run with us. But all in all, great run for, even though we're split into two, we're still coming out of the same garage, but it was a good run for us. But you can tell we put in a lot of time last night practicing here and ran a lot of laps.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. All right, congratulations on a second place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to pull in our winner, Eric Schaefer. Eric, congratulations on the win here tonight. Dominant fashion. I don't even know what else to say about that. I mean, it was just pure dominance from start to finish. You start in second. You lead most of the laps after lap 25. I mean, you dominated tonight here at the Rockingham.
I did a bunch of long run stuff last night in practice session and just wanted to figure out some stuff and figure out what the car would do on the bottom and figure out what the car would do on the top side. That's the main reason I stayed on the bottom tonight. And Jesse told me when we first started, he goes, hey, once you get a run, I'll be clean to you. Once I had the clean air, man, it's just fitting in the rhythm. It was just a ball. Had a blast.
How much did the lap traffic mess with your mental ability tonight? As I know when you started approaching some of those lap cars earlier on, they it looked like they might have held you up a little bit.
Yes and no. I mean, it doesn't really. Once I'm in a rhythm, it really doesn't affect me that much. The main thing is that most of the guys that are lap cars are not very aware of the surroundings. They just don't have a lot of situational awareness. The biggest thing for me and Jesse, and this is a little tidbit information for me and him, is many B opens that we run on the service, we're used to running a lot of lap traffic and a lot of traffic and everything else. So that's one big advantage to running in a league with a couple little slower people and stuff like that. With a lot of lap traffic, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it doesn't make me any less ability to get around them.
All right. Well, I just wondered about that because it just looked like they were just slowing you up a little bit. Just kind of, I thought it might break you down mentally, but maybe not.
No, just trying to be patient to get around them, because I know some of the guys that they like to run the high line, and off of 2, the high line is worse with the wall. So I was just trying to be as patient as I could to get around everybody.
All right. Well, congratulations on your first win this season. And anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast. Appreciate everything you do. Shout out to Dylan and all the admins over at TNR. Definite huge shout out to the Drinking Bros guys. I think we had 6 of the top 10. And yeah, just a great group of guys we run with and everything else, man. We missed New Brawl tonight, but they'll be back next week, so we can get a good run between everybody. And big shout out to Reaper Speed Labs for everything they do for us, or do for me for the open sets that I run and everything. But nah, man, just huge thank you to you guys. Appreciate it.
So you guys are Drinking Brothers Racing. So are you guys drinking while you're racing?
Yeah, if you're not drinking while you're racing in our chat, man, you can't be part of the group, bro.
Yeah. It's okay. Randy Pepper drinks while he's broadcasting. We can all clearly tell.
Smart guy.
All right, man. Congratulations again on the win. We will see you next week.
All right, brother. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Pepper. Let's go ahead and get this wrapped up here tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, your official results this evening are as follows. Eric Schaefer comes home with the win tonight. Back in second, Jesse Prees. In third, Cody Kinsey. Fourth, Zach Wilson. Fifth, Tony Kivett. Sixth, Brad Fulham. Seventh, Kip Easley. Eighth, Matt Grenier. Ninth, Jason Hastings. 10th going to be Brandon Banks. 11th going to be Dylan Hastings. In 12th, Kevin Delia. 13th, Dana Shepard. 14th, Scott Feltz. 15th, William Tyndall. 16th, Robert Rowe. 17th going to be Ryan Wilson. 18th going to be Jermaine Gibbs. Back in 19th going to be Casey Soch. 20th going to be Charlie Harcum. 21st is going to be Ken MacArthur. 22nd, Austin Harger. 23rd, Daniel Holdcroft. 24th, Jacob Denson. 25th, David Brackett. 26th, Joe Sanchez. 27th, Wyatt Brackett. 28th, Richard Swavely. 29th, James Kunkel. 30th, going to be Stephen Ayers Jr. 31st, James Banner. 32nd, Ray Rogers. 33rd, Brandon Burt. And rounding out the field in 34th, Dusty Alpin. Randall,
Yes.
take us home.
All right, folks, you've been watching another broadcast of the TNR Racing Division here tonight at The Rock on the Ghostfire Media Network. From The Rock, I'm Randy Pepper. That's Nick Adams. We'll see you next week here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.